Are you just gonna stand there, Collins? You're my lawyer, for fuck's sake. Get over here! I sighed and crossed the street. Short, skinny, and scabious, with a patchy goatee, Corey was the picture of belligerence. "What's going on, Frank?" I asked one of the cops. "Mr. Brophy is under arrest for assaulting his ex-girlfriend." "Corey, give me a call after you're processed," I told him. "In the meantime, keep your mouth shut. No statements." The other cop bundled him into the cruiser for the trip to the station. "This must be a record for you, Monty," Frank remarked. "Your client reoffending, allegedly reoffending, what is it, 25 minutes after he was released?" I didn't tell him my record was a guy reoffending 25 seconds after his release. He had been overheard threatening one of the witnesses before he even left the courtroom. I glanced at Robin as we started back to the office and was about to speak when she said,
"You've got that Robin, you're such a bleeding heart expression on your face again. You think all our clients are guilty."
"And yet I defend them, year after year after year." I looked into her eyes. "So come on now. Who's the bleeding heart?" Yes, criminal practice had its aggravations, but at least with the usual run of petty criminals, I could forget their existence as soon as I was out of sight of the gargoyles. In the kind of case I dealt with, there was no mystery involved. You knew all too well what went on at the crime scene. You knew your client was there. Your only hope was that he had kept his mouth shut when the police showed up. Soon, although I didn't know it yet, I would be involved in a case I would not be able to shake when I left the building, or even when I closed my eyes to sleep. For the first time in my career, I would be flying blind, unable to fathom what was behind the brutal murder of a young woman whose body had been carved with a religious sign and dumped beneath a bridge. And the client? My mother had a saying, "Be careful what you wish for." For years, decades, I had been longing for a client a cut above the poor, uneducated, hopeless, heedless, unstable individuals I usually represented. A client more like me. Well, I was about to have one. Be careful what you wish for. The next day, my firm's senior partner, Rowan Stratton, slipped me an envelope containing newspaper clippings about the murder and said we'd speak about it on the weekend. The victim was Lisa Ray, and she was 20 years old when she was killed. On February 15th, a Department of Public Works crew spotted her body on scrubby, rocky ground beside a service road under the Emery McKay Bridge, still known 20 years after its construction as the New Bridge. It is one of two bridges joining the cities of Halifax and Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. The crew radioed the information to the Halifax Police Department just after 3 in the afternoon. Lisa was wearing an oversized black plastic raincoat with a hood. This had not been her attire when she was last seen alive, leaving a dance at St. Bernadette's Youth Center in downtown Halifax. News stories gave the cause of death as a fractured skull, believed to have been caused by a heavy, blunt instrument. The police stated that the victim had not been killed in the spot where she was found. The body had been dumped there after death. One report quoted an unnamed source as saying the body had been tampered with. I skimmed the clippings and put them aside. Rowan had asked me not to discuss the murder with anyone until we spoke. Why the secrecy, I wondered. 2. Saturday morning was bright and crisp, a beautiful day for a family outing. I picked up the phone.
"What?"
came her answer. "Well, I see today is starting off like all your other days."
"And I see you are still in need of a remedial class in 1, when to call, and 2, when not to call. It is 8:30 in the morning. We are, or were, sleeping in today because the children don't have school. It's Saturday. Far be it for me to encourage mindless consumerism, but I think it's time to acknowledge the invention of an item known as the fridge magnet. I have invested in 4 of those for you and have utilized them to stick a calendar on your refrigerator. That calendar, had you consulted it, would have told you that this is the weekend, and you might have then surmised that we would be catching up on our sleep."
For once, I have to agree with you. You should catch up on your sleep. What do you do, by the way? Keep your tongue in a jar of acid beside your bed at night?
Why not? It would be more attractive than what I used to see when I opened my eyes in the morning.
All right. Enough pillow talk. I was calling to see whether the kids might like to come with me this.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.